Hi everybody, welcome back, or hello if you're new, I'm Fab. Today I'm going to be making some Skyrim ingredients and potions. I will show you how I make them up, where I got the items from. I'm going to start with the ingredients. I thought I might do a couple of Harry Potter ones as well, but I may not have time for that today, so we'll see. If not, I may put that in a separate video if anybody even wants it. Okay, so you think you're an alchemist. I know that I am. It's one of the things that I love about video games. It's one of the things that I loved about EQ2, the crafting, the gathering, the making. I've always been like that in real life as well as in my video games. So in Skyrim, it's a big part of how I play the game. One of the first things that I love to do is to up my smithing and my alchemy more than anything else. So yeah, okay, let's just get into it. Let's make some powdered Nirnroot. All right, for this ingredient, I chose this container. It's pretty nice. It came from Amazon. It's got this perfect little spoon that comes with it, removable cork, and yeah, I thought that was pretty good. So for the powdered Nirnroot, I'm going to use this. You could use anything, whatever you've got on your kitchen shelves. These are Italian herbs. And just because Nirnroot is kind of shiny and beautiful, I'm going to add a bit of edible glitter to it. So this is just from the baking aisle at your local supermarket. And it's, so, you know, if you get desperate, you suddenly need to make a bolognese and you haven't got anything, you could actually use this. Not that we'd like that, but still, let's do it anyway. Okay, so I've taken the plastic top off. I'm just going to undo this and put in as much as I think I'd like. More than that. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to use the whole lot. So we've got about this much sitting in there, and then I'm going to add some of this glitter. Try not to get it everywhere. I've never done this before, by the way, so I've no idea if it's going to work or not. Just going to, oh God, those herbs really smell. Just going to pour in a decent amount, stir that up and see if it gives us a bit of luster with the boring herbs. Although, you know, I imagine Nirnroot probably does look exactly like this when it's all powdered. Oh wow, that's actually making it quite pretty. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on the camera, but yeah, that is definitely helping, although I'm going to need more. Actually, let me see what else I've got here. I have this green glitter, so let's add a spoonful of that. Oh my God, this is so much fun. Okay, so that's made my spoon very sparkly, which is fine. Got a couple of these in. So these glitters in this packet, they came from Temu, so they were literally less than £1. I don't even know how much they were. Okay, when you've got it so that you're happy with it, you feel like that's looking pretty good. There's a bit of glimmer and glisten in there. Then you need a label. And you also need to seal the top, because the last thing you want is that going everywhere. It'll be a nightmare. So the label that I've got is also from Temu, and I couldn't believe it when I saw this. Check it out. Nirnroot, it says Sarethi Farm. That's unreal. It came in a bundle of others, none of which were even slightly or remotely Skyrim related. So yeah, I am very happy with that. I'm just going to attach it to the front of my pot with a bit of Mod Podge or glue, school glue. And then I need to think about how I'm going to seal this top. So I bought this string. I've got several different varieties of string available, but I chose this one because I thought how pretty that would be around the top of the vase, just a couple of passes and then maybe a bit of a wax seal on the top. So I will cut some string and BRB. By the way, if you're pretty sure that you're not going to be using these herbs again, or want to get access to this jar or the cork again, then you can just put a bit of Bostik all-purpose glue, whatever's going to dry clear, around your cork to keep that in, and then you know it's not going anywhere. Okay, so I have cut my piece of string and I'm going to pass that around the neck. let me just show you the bottle. I added, because I wasn't happy that it wasn't quite shiny enough, I added a little bit of this blue-green. It's called pearl powder. And again, Temu, they come in all sorts of different colours. And can you see the luster that that's added? I only put in a really small amount as well, just 1 scoop from that. And I am really happy. So this is obviously no longer edible. As soon as I put the glitter in, that did for that. So I'm just going to, under the handle, put this around a couple of passes. I mean, this is going to be the front of our vase where the label's going to go, and the handle will go off to the right. And I'm just going to tie this and then glue it down. And then I'm going to trim off the excess, and I will use a blob of glue just to make sure that that doesn't unravel. I mean, if you didn't want to add a label like this, then you could just tie one, couldn't you, to the handle, and that would be really nice, really beautiful. Okay, I will glue this on and BRB. All right, the next part's slightly dodgy because I need to make a seal to go on the top. I mean, obviously I don't need to, but I'd like to. So I'm using this little kit. There's this burner thing here, and then you put your little spoon on. I mean, this is the old-fashioned way of doing it. You can get glue guns. In fact, I've got a glue gun. But do you know what? I absolutely hate the idea of all the waste that comes with using those. So I'm going to put... Apparently it always takes more than you think. So I'm going to put 6 of the little beads in and let that melt. Oh my goodness, you can see it slightly melting already. And to that, I'm going to add a shiny one. So I've got this. This is actually to go into a glue gun. And I'm just going to try and... Well, that didn't work. I was going to try and chop a bit off because it's glittery and this is plain. Let me see if I can do it with some scissors. Okay, that worked. So we'll just put, I don't want it to be super shiny, but just a little bit of added sparkle might be nice. And I've got this little stick to make sure that it's all... I've probably used far too much, I can see already. Anyhow, whilst that's melting, just to tell you about my apothecary shop, I'm going to be Black Cat Apothecary. After Inigo, I have designed some labels for the other ingredients and potions I'm doing because literally the only one that I could find for Skyrim was that Nirnroot one. And so I thought, well, I'll make my own, and if I can find a way on Canva, which is where I made them, just on the free version, if I can find a way of sharing them, I believe there is a way, but I've never done it before, then I will let you know, and I'll put it in the description box. Okay, that's looking kind of nice and melty. Still a few lumps. I'm not sure that glitter added anything, but it is a beautiful, lustrous colour anyway. These are really nice little beads. Okay, that's looking good. And I need to be pretty quick about this because I don't want it pouring all down the sides, but I do want just enough to be a nice seal. Okay, that should do it. Let's see. Exciting times. Right, that should be enough. It's looking pretty good. I've got my seal here. And I'm just going to leave that on there for a second while I blow this out. Let's keep that warm for a bit. See how she looks. Oh God, supposing it doesn't come off. Oh my word. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I've got my tree of life, and what I'm going to do is just grab metallic pen. Find one. Here's one. I've got gold and I've got silver, and I'll use that once that's properly cooled just to bring out a few details in the leaves. Okay. Okay, there we are. I just used the metallic pen on the leafy part, and I think that looks super pretty. So here we are, all done with our first one, the Nirnroot. Okay, let's move on to Berit's ashes, because that one's going to be super simple and quick. Okay, here's what they look like in Skyrim. I'm not going to have them loose in a little bowl, so I'm just going to whiz through this one because I have got the world's smallest potion bottle, as you see. The label, this is one that I made myself, and so I'll just be sticking that to the outside, using some of the ashes, and then tying it with string. It's going to be very small, very simple, this one. And yeah, any old, I mean, these fire ashes would do great for bone meal as well, wouldn't they? I might just colour them slightly differently as and when I get to bone meal. I don't think I'll be making every single ingredient in Skyrim. I don't have room for them all, but I will be making a few. So I'll just fast forward through this. And then finally on this one, because there are some tiny little wispies around the string, I'm just going to burn those off. Just to tidy it up a bit. Okay, good. Easy, simple, quick, and done. Okay, next I'm going to do juniper berries. There's one in here already which is actually stuck. This jar was a reed diffuser. It just came from the supermarket. I used it up, chucked away the bits and pieces that it had. Don't need those. And I'll just, use a different cork for that. And then the actual berries, I've just put them in this jar for now because they needed to dry off. So these were part of a Christmas decoration. Hold on. One of these things. And the berries were totally the wrong colour. They were orange and red ones. So I just used metallic pens. Got this set from Home Bargains, I think. And, oh no, B&M. I can tell from the label. And then I just patiently coloured in all the berries. 2 different types of green. Juniper berries are weird because in Skyrim I always thought they were kind of greeny purple, but anyway, they are what they are now. Now they're shiny green ones. So I'm just going to put them all into this and then I'll show you the label. Okay, so the label is quite small, kind of suitable for the size of the bottle. Again, it's another one that I made. And as you can see, I also did snowberries, Spriggan sap, unmelting snow and blue dartwing, all of ones which I'm going to make. Okay, so here's a close-up of the label. It's Black Cat Apothecary, Juniper Berries, and it's established 4E, can't even read my writing, 201. There we go. All right then, so, and there are the berries in there. I'm now going to wrap it and seal it. Okay, all done. I have waxed it, corded it first, then waxed it, and because I was feeling a little bit extra, I thought I'd put these tiny little pine cones on, just for, something a bit pretty. I actually messed up. I realised afterwards that I should have put those on first before putting the wax on, but I think I've got away with it. And up on the shelf, nobody will see. Okay, so I've chosen to make a Potion of Plentiful Healing. I'm going to use this label that I made and this bottle, which I thought was kind of cute. It's actually a vinegar bottle, and the cork does actually even still smell of vinegar because that's what we've used it for until now. Until now it sacrificed itself to be a healing potion. Okay, this is what they look like in Skyrim. Tatty old bottle with a bit of old bandage on it. So what I'll be using for this one is, this is 70% rubbing alcohol, doesn't matter what percentage or what kind really. Gel food colorant in red, a couple of these luster powders, which I thought might be interesting. This is going to be my wax seal, obviously my pot, and then because I thought I might make a terrible mess, I've just put a tray down and I've got my funnel. Okay, so then I've mixed up all my ingredients. I found the food colouring to be a bit disappointing, so I just added a bit of acrylic paint to make it more tomatoey and less pink. And now I'm just going to pour that into my bottle and hope for the best. Pro tip that I have found out is really try mixing everything, anything that's powder, like my lusters, try mixing them up in just a little bit of liquid first. And there we go. What a lovely mess. All right, so there's my potion. It is ready for me to cork it, and then I can hoard it. I'm going to glue that on for sure, and then I will seal it. Okay, and here's the final potion. My fingers are covered in glue and paint because, I am a very messy craftsman apparently. So this is it. We've got our label on. I put a seal here. I'm very happy with the way that it's turned out. The colour of the potion is quite a tomatoey kind of soup red. Kind of goes with the Skyrim bottle, I think. You can see all the luster has settled at the bottom. So if I shake it up, get a good shaking, then you'll be able to see the luster in there. Maybe the ring light's a bit bright. Hold on. That's a little better. You can see it all in there swirling around. Maybe I should have put a little bit more potion in the actual bottle. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm very happy with it for a first time. And I'm going to put that on my shelf along with all the others. We're done now. There's Berit. Here we go. Back in focus. So we've got Barrett's ashes, very simple. And then the other two, which I am really pleased about, particularly my Nirnroot, loving that. And the Juniper Berries, super sweet. So I'm going to try to have quite a cohesive collection, I think, you know, try to keep everything so it looks like it's all been made by the same person. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Do let me know, is this something you'd like to see again? Because I've got tons of others to do, which I'll do whether I video them or not. But, you know, if you like it, then I'll do it again. If not, then okay. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and take care and stay safe, everybody. I'll see you soon for the next one.